exercises. First one is a plank. So on the forearms, up on the toes, you want to keep them flat. If you see the kids their feet are sliding back, it's because they're not putting enough weight on their forearms. So that's the plank. Next is HIPSTERS. So HIPSTER is one arm, forearm on your outside of your foot, hand on your hip. You're raising your hips, lowering your hips, but they'll never touch the mat. This is an exercise that then you'd flip over, do the other side. I've taught the kids, because it is a 45-second thing, right? We're doing it till there's 15 seconds left in the minute. So maybe teach your kids, if they're doing HIPSTERS and they got to switch sides, they can do it with 37 or 36 seconds left in the minute and flip. Next one is the V-sit tap. Call it a V-sit because you should be forming a V. I tell the kids to hook their thumbs. I touch all my fingers on both sides, and I continue to do that without letting my feet touch the ground. If you bring your feet in, it's more of an adaptation. It's not quite so hard. Straight legs, sorry, a little more difficult. That's the V-sit tap. Next one is with a fitness ball again. So these are represented by the dot, remember? So the jackknife, I start in a decline push-up position. And the idea is to bring the ball and my knees into my body and back out again. Crunch for this, I teach the kids to keep their feet flat on the floor and their hands on their legs, arms straight, and they slide their hands up until their wrists are at their knees. Crunch. Superman, or super person, I guess, maybe. Down in this position, once you're doing it, your forehead is down on the mat. I lift opposite leg with opposite arm and hold it for a second. Bring it down, other side. Superman. Side plank. So on the circuit it will say side plank, left side in small. So we got to make sure the kids know when they go that day they're only doing one side at a time. Side plank is just this. It's like HIPSTERS, but there's no movement. And I'm trying to hold that position. So Russian twist, I start in the sit-up position. So that my arms are out straight, palms together. I come down, put my hands over my head. I come up, and then I rotate to one side, to the other, back to the middle, down again. Prone ball rollout. This one, key is that they're nice and tall here on their knees. You'll need a mat for it. I place my hands near the front of the ball. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll out onto my elbows from my knees. And then I roll it back in. You'll see a lot of kids doing this. Hips stay tucked in. And I roll out from my knees. And I roll it back in. Pushing down on the ball helps the ball get back in. We don't want to get our hands way out here to start because then kids are putting their chest on the ball and that's not what you want. So that's the prone ball rollout. Leg lifts, 2 feet together. All it is, again, I'm lifting my legs. I'm going to lower them and pause them at the bottom and then rest for a second. Lift my legs, pause them at the bottom, and then rest for a second. Again, side plank, again, we've seen it, but right side, just as a review, there's my side plank. Throw downs, this one is done with a partner, so then you'll see it twice on the circuit. If you could imagine, I'm lying on the ground, My partner is standing with his feet here, and I'm holding my partner's ankles. My feet will be lifted up, and my partner's job is to give me some force and throw my feet down. My job is to try to stop my feet from hitting the floor. So they come up, I'm holding my partner's ankles, they throw my feet down, I try to hold them from hitting the floor. Throw down. Sit-ups, again, I don't know if I have to explain much, but a sit-up is all the way up. Some people tell their kids to cross their arms, whatever, all the way up. Next one is a medicine ball twist. If you have balls with handles, they work nice. If you don't, it doesn't matter. I teach the kids they can keep their feet on the floor. Handles, all I'm doing is tapping and keep that going. If I have a ball without handles, it doesn't make a difference. If you want to push your kids, turn it into almost like the V-sit tap. Make them have their hands off their feet off the ground. Medicine ball sit-up, pretty self-explanatory, and that I can make them bring it over their head, or I can just keep it right by their chest, wherever they are. Maybe they want to bring it over their head. You can even make an adaptation, do it against the wall. They throw the ball against the wall and catch it again, but we won't be doing that at the fitness-a-thon. We'll just be doing the sit-up with the ball. Bicycle, people call them different things, but my elbow is touching my opposite knee, and my fingers, I tell the kids, keep them on your temples. Leg raises, one leg. So a lot like the two-legged leg raise, my hands are flat on the floor. I lift one up, I bring it down slowly, and I pause. And before I put it down, I start lifting the other one. Bring it down slowly, pause, and change. Ball pass off. This one's a good one. And a little tough for the kids to get at first, but ball starts in my feet, I bring it up to my hands, I bring it over my head, and then back to my feet, hands go up. There's that one. This one is back extensions. Again, it has a dot on it, so you know it's with a fitness ball. So I'm on my hips are on the ball. I have my hands here, and I'm just extending up for my lower back. This one's called kneeling. It says 2 or 4 point, so you want to get the kids learning how to kneel on the ball in a 4 point. And again, it's not the easiest thing in the world. And once they have that down, some will try, like Mr. Lewis will try to do the 2 point. Knee drive. So I'm in a push-up position. I drive my knee through and across. Alternate legs, obviously. Try to pause it for a moment. That's knee drive. Last one for the core is wipers. So you want to teach the kids to have their hands out in a T and feet come up, and we're doing wipers. So across our body. Shoulders do not leave the mat. I found my kids try to grab the edges of the mats to hold. Just balance. Once they get better, they do it with their legs straight.